Hello, welcome to the Hot Mess Mountain Mamas, episode 21.
22.
22, I meant to say. Today we're talking about Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, because it's
coming up.
This coming week.
Yes, Thanksgiving dinner. And we've already talked to you guys all throughout October about dietary changes, health changes. So what does that look like for the holidays?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner.
It's hard.
We're just going to eat oatmeal.
Yeah.
And put some pumpkin spice in it.
That's right.
That's it.
Without the
Thanksgiving
sugar.
dinner. Yeah, without the sugar. So really, we wanted to talk to you guys about what we're doing for Thanksgiving dinner and how we're going to incorporate our health changes into the holiday meals, because this is huge in American culture, especially.
Yes, it is.
And normally Thanksgiving has all of the desserts, all of the treats,
all of the carbs,
all of the sugar, all of the carbs, all of the cream, and you still do cream though.
I do. I can do. I can do the milk products. So we can still do like the mashed potatoes. Yeah. And like green bean casserole, but you do have to be careful with that because a lot of your soups now do have flour and sugar in it.
Yeah, which is crazy. But so I don't do the cream, obviously, with being dairy free. But so we're gonna talk about
what we eat.
Dinners.
So what
are we gonna eat? How are we gonna celebrate?
You guys don't eat turkey, do you?
We did not really like turkey. We did do turkey for a lot of years. I got better at making it so that it was moist. I researched like heck how to make the best turkey.
Yes.
And it is better, but none of us are really crazy about turkey. If turkey didn't have gravy,
you don't think you'd?
I don't think I would eat it. Yeah. So I do eat a lot of turkey in other forms, like ground turkey. Yeah. Turkey sandwich meat, which, you know, some people would say is not good, but come on, you got to give me something. Or sliced turkey meat.
You can get it so that it is good.
Yeah, you can get better kind. And I do try to find the better, oh, look at it, brighter. I should try to buy better quality for that. But
it's so expensive, but I get
but
what you're
I
saying.
don't
that
really
is a little bright
like.
now, isn't it? I'm so sorry. This is like.
Oh, maybe somewhere.
Okay, is that better?
I think that's better.
I think that's better. Sorry, guys.
I would say give us thumbs up if it's better, but it's not live, so you can't. Sorry. It's done. It's already done.
It's done.
So we don't really like turkey. I think last year we did a couple different meats, chicken and maybe steak or something.
Yeah. My mom likes to do beef, like a certain kind of beef. That's what she does.
This was obviously before I wasn't eating. No, it wasn't. We must not have done steak last year because I wasn't eating beef. I'm pretty sure we had tortillas, and that way you could make it into taco if you want with your.
That's so awesome! Thanksgiving taco.
With your Thanksgiving taco with
Southwestern style.
Yeah. But because we always have tortillas and Mexican food staples. But this year, more changes on the horizon. So we won't do turkey. But we will do. I'm thinking a Cornish hen.
That's a good idea.
And maybe a couple of those. And then we will have there's a wasp. It's back. It's not frozen yet because
he didn't follow my coffee.
No.
He wouldn't follow my coffee.
It's on my coffee. It's hanging out. Anyway, and then we'll probably make regular mashed potatoes because everybody likes those. We don't put the cream and stuff in them. I actually flavor my mashed potatoes now with chicken broth.
Oh yeah, that would be really good.
And fake butter. Yeah. And sometimes I even put balsamic vinegar in it.
Yes.
Like,
okay, Jordan's Grams puts balsamic vinegar on everything.
Yeah.
That is like her thing. Anytime I see balsamic vinegar, I think about Grams.
Yeah. So that's really good, and that's a way to, like, it gives the potatoes a lot of flavor without without the dairy and the butter and the cream.
Yeah.
But also sweet potatoes, which are a pretty traditional Thanksgiving meal also, but typically in the sweet potato casserole.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's one of those things that people have just added tons of sugar to sweet potatoes, and sweet potatoes by themselves
are already sweet.
So I'm just gonna throw in. Oh wait, you have a recipe for that, don't you? Or like a off the top of your head recipe.
I mean, I just do things sometimes.
Yeah, but go ahead. I started to get super excited, and I was like, oh shit!
Get excited. Get excited.
Pretty much. I was just gonna say you can sweeten it with maple syrup.
Yes.
If you're avoiding the processed sugar.
So I'll probably take a vote and see, do we want the sweeter sweet potatoes with the maple syrup and fake butter? Or do we want to go savory? Because I really enjoy the savory sweet potatoes. And then that's when I put the chicken stock.
Oh yeah.
And the chili pepper.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So you're going to talk about the chili pepper
so
in the sweet
make
potatoes.
the mashed potatoes. Yeah, so you got to be careful with the salt when you do that, because chili pepper does have salt in it, which is something that one time I didn't know, and I added.
I didn't know that.
Typically, most chili pepper, if it's just a standard, has the chili pepper and salt, run of the mill, and salt. So if you don't realize that and you salt it again, it can get too salty.
Oh man.
So, and I've done that.
Yeah. Totally.
And I was like, what? I'd never turned it around and looked at it. I was like, I didn't know salt
That's
was
like your tomato sauce. Keep an eye on your tomato sauce.
There's so much sugar in
and
those
salt.
And salts.
I got some cans the other day that I normally get that normally do not have any sodium in them, and they had sodium in them. And it was really frustrating because I salted it like I normally do, and the kids were like,
gotta watch that. And I don't have a problem with salt, but overly salted food is not. Gross. Yeah, it's finding the right balance. Yeah. So, but the chili pepper is really fun, and it's a really yummy variation.
Yeah, that's awesome. So try that.
Yeah, and you can do it to taste, right? So like if you like more, you can add more. If you just want a little, if you want less. My other really favorite thing that I add to a lot of things, that I add to meats, like probably put on my Cornish hen, is smoked paprika. It's one of my favorite
I love smoked paprika.
Seasonings. One of my favorite seasonings.
Always
not regular paprika.
Smoked.
I do use regular paprika, but like the smoked paprika, I put it in my eggs.
I was just thinking hard-boiled eggs.
I put it everywhere. I put it on everything. It goes with everything, I swear. But yeah, so sweet potatoes. I might even do both. I might do the sweeter with the maple syrup.
Yeah.
But simple. Just keeping it simple. Like not the marshmallows, not the craziness. And then this, I don't know. We'll see, because I really like the savory.
Yeah.
So that's stuff.
There is, as I'm thinking about it, there are actually a lot of ways if you are jumping on the crazy train of no flour, sugar, or dairy, or any of that kind of stuff. Yeah. There are actually a lot of ways Thanksgiving can be still really tasty. So like doing the sweet potatoes that way, you do get a sweet treat. Same thing with the pies though too. Like you can sweeten your pies with other things besides sugar.
It's true. Honey and maple syrup.
Yeah, really do help. And if you're not, I also have turned into a person that's not into super sweet stuff anymore. So for like apple pies, you can just mix your apples together. Now trying to find a thickener for it.
That's the tricky part with pie.
Yeah. You can sometimes I'll blend up oats and just make like an oat flour and throw it in. Yeah. Because that does help it.
Now, do you use, because you can also use arrowroot flour.
Yeah, I have not tried that. But
if you are not doing like wheat flour.
Right. Yeah.
And there's another one, tapioca.
Oh, yeah.
Can also be, and
I wonder if you could do like quinoa even. Because quinoa has a thickener too. Anyway, if you guys know, if you have a recipe for that. But I'm just, it's like trying to throw ideas out there for, and if you're like, you know, like the green bean casserole with the breaded fried onions that I love so much.
Yummy.
You could just do plain green beans. And
well, and I actually like even better just roasted fresh green beans, roasted with olive oil, salt and pepper. They're so good.
Yes.
Yeah. Like it's actually really good.
Yes. Yeah, if you're going for that savory
I don't like
taste.
the texture of green bean casserole.
Yeah.
Like
my problem is, okay, so I'll make like, or if we have people over, like if Jordan's Grams and Granddaddy come down and she brings a ton of food, my kids barely eat any of it. Like they won't eat stuffing. They barely touch the green bean casserole. Like, so I think that's been part of my reason too of why I've started to try and be like, okay, let's make foods that my family actually likes, so that we don't end up with all this food that we're like, I can't eat it. They won't eat it. Do we just put it in the freezer for next year? Like, so.
And there are tons of recipes for people that are cutting out like gluten or cutting out online when you Google. And some of them are really good. Like if you look on Pinterest, a lot of times there's ratings, so you can see if people enjoyed it. And I go there a lot to see because the ratings is really helpful. And then if you like cheats, you know, to make it easier, there's like gluten-free pie crusts and things like that you can be like, okay, maybe, especially if the bulk of the meal is falling all on like one person or two people. Sometimes you do have to use some cheats, and that, I think that's okay. But knowing that those are out there, like the gluten-free pie crusts are in the frozen pie section. And they're pretty simple. I mean, pie crust is pretty simple anyway, and you can find some that doesn't have the butter. It has like lard or something else in it.
I know.
Although lard is typically cow, but you know, whatever you're going
for. It can
be
pig sometimes.
It can be coconut though too.
The other thing that's you can do, like if you're trying to avoid the crust, but you want a pumpkin dessert, so you can just do a pumpkin custard.
And we actually usually take like if there's extra pumpkin that doesn't fit in the pan anyway, like make the custards. And even just that with like granola on top is really good.
So good.
So
that stuff is excellent.
And but there's lots of options. But just thinking about it, like what am I doing? What am I serving? And what's in it? And what do I want to serve?
And it can be really fun. So I guess part of this too is it's like I want you guys to be encouraged and not be like, I can't have the normal Thanksgiving stuff. Be like, no way, this is like your time to shine, and like be like, what are we gonna experiment with? What are we gonna eat?
Well, and
you might have some things that are total bombs, and you're like, okay, check, don't do that next year.
And depending on how strict you are, because everybody kind of has their things. I mean, like the candied cranberries can be rolled in honey and coconut sugar. Right? Like if you're not, you're like,
okay, Jackie.
So if I mean, there's ways to depend, like, so if you still are like okay with natural sweeteners, then you have maybe a few more options. Or if other sweeteners, sugar-free sweeteners don't bother you. Like for me, there's a lot that leave like make my mouth tingle in a weird way. And
me too.
So there's the only one that really doesn't do that is monk fruit and stevia, although I don't really care for stevia unless it's, we've talked about a couple. What's the drops that you use? That one I can do.
Just the stevia liquid drop, the sweet leaf.
Sweet leaf.
Sweet leaf.
That's the only one that really I like as far as the stevia. But I think part of that too is the way that they're processing and making those things.
It's true.
What's the heart behind it, and how are they doing it? So
like our episode a couple weeks ago. What's the heart behind it?
Exactly. But there's so many options available that you don't have to miss out. It just maybe means switching it up a little bit.
And finding recipes that you love. So once you find some things that you love, then you just put that in your Thanksgiving recipe box. Like, this is what we do every Thanksgiving because this is what we love.
Exactly. And I think
it's also, you love. And what loves you back.
Yes, exactly. I do think it's important though to put a little tidbit that like if this is your first or second year and you're like Thanksgiving is a week away. Yeah. You know, you don't have to recreate your entire menu if that's overwhelming. Because small changes do start to add up. So how are we eating on a daily basis? And then when we are talking about the holidays, like, what's something that we can change? Like, we're not at all saying don't enjoy the time. Or if someone else is hosting, don't be, you know, a spoiled rotten.
I can't have
and
that.
be like, I can't eat any of the things. Yeah. You know, unless you're prepared to bring all of your own things, and then, you know, bring your own basket of your own foods, fine. But, like, you know, there's a balance to be had unless you have a really, like, I'm not going to eat beef or dairy even if I go to someone else's house. Yeah. Because it makes me sick.
You know. Yeah.
But that means that if that's what's being served, I will bring something that I can have to enjoy. Yes. But if I'm bringing things, I'm also bringing what I like. I usually will bring enough to share. Yep. And or if they ask me to make something, I'm gonna make it the way that I can eat it. Yes. And it doesn't have to be disgusting and like taste healthy. Like I think there's ways to really use. Both of us do eat natural sugars. I try to not go crazy with them because I will. Like if I eat too much, like maple syrup, I love maple syrup, but I eat too much of it, then I will start to be like, oh, maple syrup in everything.
I know, that's in my coffee.
In everything. It's, because
in my
it's
granola.
Good in everything.
Like,
yeah. Honey in my coffee.
And
like,
then
that's really good. And then,
too.
plus you're like, what? $20 for this?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, but I think also just that cost does help to limit like how you're using it and using it wisely and letting naturally sweet things be naturally sweet, like sweet potatoes.
Oh, that reminds me. You can also throw bananas in things. So like your pumpkin pie, like if you're making a pumpkin something, you can just take your pumpkin and blend some bananas with it too. It's like some super ripe
give it
bananas.
That creamier consistency.
Yeah, well, and it also makes it like a little bit sweeter. But I guess it depends on. I normally am like cooking a pumpkin. I don't buy that's the other thing. If you're buying canned pumpkin, read the ingredients. You might think like, oh, it's canned pumpkin, but a lot of times they've added stuff to canned pumpkin too.
Right, canned pumpkin, but I look to see what's in it. I love pumpkin. My husband does not love pumpkin, so we usually have a variety of pies. My gosh, I might be able to come up with the word pie.
I know.
But one of the ways you can get around crust too is to make it like cobbler style and use the oats.
I was just thinking about that too.
There's definitely, and I love cobbler.
I just want the innards. I actually sometimes, unless it's like a really amazing
my
flaky
grandma
crust.
had a recipe for the most amazing crust. Yeah. And actually when our house burned down, sad story, the recipe was lost. And I don't think come over here.
Seriously.
You have to come over here.
Over here. What are you doing with Lena?
He's not so ruin.
Okay, all right. This is like, I know
come
you're
here.
not even gonna
come here. Boo, boo.
Please.
Oh, come on.
You are like totally decked out.
Yeah, we're gonna do a cameo for the bearded sheriff.
Right before Thanksgiving.
Right now, right before Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Come over here.
Just
stand right here. Just stand right here.
Okay, we want to introduce you.
Yes, to the bearded sheriff.
To the bearded sheriff.
What? Okay, stand right there.
Stand.
Come right here. Yeah, there you go. Yes, the bearded sheriff, and his beard oil is, oh my gosh, you guys,
it's amazing.
So good. If you have a beard, you should get some for Christmas.
Yep. So Christmas is coming.
Yeah. It's coming.
So
yeah.
That should be what you should get your man.
So he walked out here because he is the bearded sheriff. So anyway, Thanksgiving.
Pumpkin.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, there's definitely what's real quick another deliciousness that you do.
Let's see.
Do you guys do rolls?
I don't.
We don't as much. We always usually get filled up on like the potatoes and stuff. And then I want room for pie.
I love a good salad for Thanksgiving. Okay. So that is something else. You can do like a fall type salad with like apples, pecans. You can even sprinkle like cinnamon over it. Anyway, so I don't know what's happening.
Cranberries, dried cranberries.
Yeah,
which you do have to watch the dried fruit also.
Yeah.
Because some of it is really like a ton of sugar added.
Yeah.
But
there is, I mean, really consider, because I feel like that's something that you don't see a lot at your typical Thanksgiving dinners is
the salad.
Is a good hearty salad. That really actually makes you want to be like, oh, I think I'll just eat this salad.
Like the like apples and walnuts and
and then you could shred your turkey and put it over the salad. Anyway, I could just keep going.
Yeah.
I could.
So anyway, but there's lots of options if you look, and really we just want to encourage you that if you're on a journey, whether it's alone or as a family unit, there's things you can do. You don't have to make an entire pie only for yourself and then eat the entire pie. Like, you can take the leftover, pumpkin that didn't quite fit in the pan and have yourself a custard.
Make your custard.
And if you're going to eat all of the Thanksgiving things because it's Thanksgiving and you don't care, then there's no shame or judgment in that. I mean, I definitely did that a few years, and I just decided I don't feel well. And it's not worth it to me. Yeah. But there's no. I hear you. Yeah, but there's no like, oh, you were not doing it today, or you failed because it's a holiday. There is crazy.
I know.
Craziness happening.
Oh, that's
dogness happening.
Yeah.
But so this isn't intended to be like you should do it this way, or you have to, or you can't enjoy Thanksgiving. Right. But if you're ready to jump in, start with one or two things.
Down.
The dogs.
They are like out of control.
Running back and forth.
Down. Okay.
It's okay to start with a thing or two.
Yeah.
Small adjustments can actually add up if you're consistent with them.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. So make some changes.
Make some changes. That make you feel good. Because the focus is to feel healthy and well, not to feel deprived.
Yeah, exactly.
Or guilty, or, any of the negative things that sometimes come along with, like, when you're trying to start over.
Yep.
Or you're trying to start again, and you're like, oh, I blew it on Thanksgiving. Like, the point isn't to focus on the negatives, for me, I don't think, at least. Yep. The point is to figure out how can I enjoy these things but still feel healthy and well.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely. Yeah. That was kind of what, just last thought here that I have. With the summer or the year of 2020, when I was super, super healthy, what got me off track was Thanksgiving and Christmas. Because I felt so good. And it was like Thanksgiving hit, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to eat all the things. Yeah. Because I've been so good this whole year. And then, like Jackie was saying, all of a sudden I was just like,
because it's easy to get derailed.
Yep. So, that would be my encouragement, is just pick one thing. It doesn't have to be the entire meal unless you were like into cooking and being like,
and if there's something that grandma makes or mom makes or aunt, Lavigne makes, that you love every year, and it's not going to make you sick to eat it, then I feel like you should enjoy it. But, and so it's like weighing those
pros and cons.
Things, those pros and cons of like, can I have a small amount of this and still enjoy it and feel not like I've not deprived myself and not horrible, and or it's choices. It's making choices. So make the best healthy choices you can and enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.